Right now, the entire basketball world is gasping after Brittany Griner was caught on broadcast cameras mouthing what looked like trash effy white girl at rookie sensation Caitlin Clark. And the WNBA's sudden silence is only making the scandal explode louder. Caitlin's fans, Atlanta's own arena security, even rival players all saw the lips move, and social media lit up within 30 seconds. But league headquarters? Not a peep. You tuned in expecting a routine Dream Fever matchup on May 22nd, 2025, but by halftime you were watching the start of the WNBA's biggest image crisis since the league was founded. The camera angle was perfect. Griner had just been whistled for a cheap foul, she glared across the lane toward Clark, and the boom mic missed the audio. Yet her lips shot out that ugly three-word combo as she stomped past the rookie. Within minutes, slow-motion clips were racking up millions of views on X, TikTok, YouTube, and every fan forum from Des Moines to Dubai. Sources inside Indiana's locker room tell me Clark didn't even flinch in the moment. She was too busy strategizing the next possession with Kelsey Mitchell. After the game, she shrugged, calling the footage hard to decipher, but privately teammates say Caitlin felt blindsided. She'd played pickup games with Griner during last year's Team USA minicamp and believed there was mutual respect. One Fever assistant caught Clark wiping a silent tear while icing her ankle, whispering, "I just want to hoop." That tiny glimpse of vulnerability instantly turned her into basketball's newest sympathy magnet. Meanwhile, Griner's post-game presser melted down in 30 unedited seconds. Reporters pressed about the clip, and Griner snapped, "Fip off with that nonsense," before storming out. She then marched toward the referee's tunnel, unleashed another FU tirade, and disappeared. No apology, no clarification, not even the standard "we all say things in heat" statement. The WNBA's broadcast partners cut to commercial, but the damage was done. When you bury controversy, you fertilize conspiracy. That night, hashtags #suspend Griner and #protect Clark trended top 5 worldwide. Sponsors panicked. A shoe company executive admitted privately they'd already drafted termination papers in case the league confirms the slur. Remember, Clark has a Nike signature line scheduled to launch Christmas week. Any perception she's being verbally attacked for being white jeopardizes a billion-dollar rollout. Nike executives can't risk that. They're already running scenario plans. Use Clark as the face of unity, position the brand against hate, and gently pressure the league to act. By sunrise the next day, ESPN's morning shows were rolling the lip-reading clip every hour. Veteran analyst Stephen A. Smith demanded Commissioner Kathy Engelbert show a backbone. Even Skip Bayless, yes, the king of hot takes, called for a multi-game suspension. Yet from league offices, crickets. Emails went unanswered, phone lines straight to voicemail. Internally, staff were told to monitor sentiment and wait. Wait for what? Wait for fans to forget? That gamble failed immediately. Ticket buyers announced boycotts, and some season ticket holders demanded refunds if Griner suited up without discipline. Let's freeze frame that mid-lane moment. You can see Clark backing up to the block, palms extended to signal, "My bad." Griner turns, eyes flashing, leans forward, lips tighten, "Trash F. White girl." 3 syllables, one hateful descriptor. It's not whack call. The vowel shape, the consonant closure. Professional lip readers hired by several networks independently reached the same conclusion. And get this, none of those experts work for the WNBA. The league refused to commission its own review, an astounding PR malpractice move. Now, here's where the cover-up theory ignites. 10 days later, conservative outlet Outkick filed credential requests for 2 Atlanta Dream home games, intending to question Griner on camera. The league declined, citing limited space. Outkick blasted the denial, posting email screenshots that sure look like censorship. Even if you despise Outkick's politics, blocking press access only confirms you have something to hide. That's Public Relations 101. Transparency diffuses scandal. Silence feeds it. The Dream front office tried damage control, releasing a vague statement about passionate competition and respect for all players, without naming Clark or the incident. Clark's agent called it non-response. Meanwhile, rookie highlight packages kept fueling a marketing gold rush the league desperately needs. Clark's jersey is the top seller, her road games are sellouts. Broadcasters say she boosts TV ratings by 40%. Every executive knows alienating the meal ticket would be catastrophic. So for now, they're tiptoeing. Caitlin's camp, though, refuses to weaponize the moment publicly. Her high school coach told me she's built for smack talk and sees bigger goals. Rookie of the Year, All-Star nod, global brand status. But privately, the camp is documenting every misstep, every silent league email, building a timeline in case they need to pursue legal or labor union angles. Clark's father reportedly contacted the Players Association, demanding the anti-hate policy be enforced evenly. If owners start fearing lawsuits over racially hostile workplaces, watch how fast policies change. Halfway through the season, the scandal still dominates podcasts. Fans dissect body language breakdowns frame by frame. Some claim Griner was snarling at the referee, not Clark. But ask yourself, why does she pivot her head directly toward the rookie? Why does Clark's body tense then reset? And why hasn't Griner offered a version that exonerates her? Because bluffing is easier than admitting you slipped. 12 minutes into this saga comes the twist nobody predicted. A leaked internal memo shows league officials discussed fining Griner, but shelved the plan in light of her unique value to social justice narratives. That leak, sourced from a disgruntled marketing coordinator, set off another outrage wave. Think about that language. Unique value to social justice narratives. Translation: Griner's brand as a black queer star shields her from consequences the average player would face. That political calculation might satisfy a boardroom, but it infuriates fans who just want fair play. Sponsors smell blood. Gatorade allegedly shelved a dream-focused ad. An airline partnership featuring Griner quietly expired without renewal. On the flip side, Clark's endorsements are ballooning. Gillette pitched her a commercial centered on changing the face of the game. You see the power shift? Every day the league delays accountability, Clark's public stock rises, and Griner's plummets. Players are choosing sides too. Veteran guard Diana Taurasi told reporters, "Trash talk stays on the floor," an implicit defense of her former teammate. But Sky forward Angel Reese tweeted, "Hate has no place in hoops," tagging Clark and adding a handshake emoji. The players' union attempted to mediate behind closed doors. No apology emerged. Let's widen the lens. This isn't just about one slur. It's the perfect storm of race, gender, and exploding media attention. The WNBA chased popularity for years. Now their moment arrives and they're fumbling the optics. Fans demand authenticity, accountability, and highlight reel basketball. When your brightest new star gets called a racist slur on national television and you do nothing, you expose double standards the league preaches against. She drops 26-8 on the Liberty, waves to a packed Barclays Center, and signs autographs for an hour. Reporters ask about the controversy. She says, "I'm focused on winning." That composure only magnifies Griner's meltdown. Even casual sports fans who barely follow women's hoops now view Clark as the humble hero and Griner as the bitter villain. The WNBA could still salvage this. Commission an independent review, issue a fine or suspension proportionate to the offense, force a public apology, roll out a joint PSA featuring both players denouncing racism. Instead, they're clamping the lid tighter. Every press credential rejection, every no comment, makes the backlash louder. You can't dribble out the clock on a viral scandal. Endgame, sponsors may dictate the verdict. Money talks. If Nike privately warns the league they'll pull All-Star Weekend activations unless disciplinary action drops, watch how fast the wheels turn. Until then, fans will continue screenshots, slow-mos, and outrage threads. The villain thought she could bury a single ugly sentence, but she may have buried her legacy instead. And remember, villains who try to silence heroes always end up silencing their own careers. Griner tried to brush off Clark with a racist jab. Instead, she ignited a blaze that's torching her endorsements, her reputation, and maybe the WNBA's credibility in the process. Stay tuned, because this story isn't fading. It's only gaining momentum, play by controversial play. Flashback to 2022. The United States traded international arms dealer Victor Bout for Brittany Griner's freedom after Russian authorities caught her with a vape cartridge. Critics already argued that deal elevated her above the law. Fast forward to now, and those same critics are calling this latest scandal proof the league still bends rules for its chosen activists while lecturing everyone else on equality. That narrative is gaining traction on cable news. And the WNBA's refusal to comment is giving pundits free airspace. Inside boardrooms, executives are calculating risk versus reward. YouTube compilations titled "Griner Unhinged" pull millions of views. Advertisers hate unpredictability. If your spokesperson trends for the wrong reasons, your campaign budget evaporates. One marketing VP confessed, "We pay athletes for positive association. Right now, Griner flags every brand safety filter." Contrast that with Clark's wholesome Midwestern image. Hometown hero, straight-A student, devout fan of Larry Bird. Sponsors drool over that combo. Let's rewind to the start of that night. National anthem ends, and instead of the usual polite handshake line, Griner barely acknowledges Clark. The rookie outhustles her to a loose ball in the first quarter, draws contact, sinks both free throws. Crowd roars for Caitlin. Cameras cut to Griner shaking her head, muttering. Second quarter, Clark nails a 32-footer, the Steph Curry range she's famous for. Announcer's voice cracks with excitement, arena erupts, and Griner's scowl deepens. By the time halftime rolls around, she's simmering. Let me give you the raw numbers. After the clip dropped, the WNBA's official Instagram lost 42,000 followers in 48 hours. League pass cancellations spiked 7% week over week. Television ratings for the next Dream broadcast dipped by 12%. Exactly opposite the uptick Clark games usually bring. That's tangible revenue slipping away. On the court, Clark responded the way Hoopers do. Buckets. In the rematch a month later, she torched Griner for 33 points, including a game-winning step-back three with Griner closing out late. Cameras captured Caitlin's subtle nod toward Griner afterward. Not trash talk, just statement made. Fans erupted. New meme born. Scoreboard speaks louder. Fast forward to July 31st, today. Still no fine, no official finding. Instead, the WNBA announces a vague We Stand Together Equality Night initiative without addressing the specific incident. Social media calls it a smokescreen. Even mainstream outlets like Yahoo Sports and USA Today publish op-eds criticizing the commissioner. Former NBA star Charles Barkley chimes in on Inside the NBA saying, if a dude said that, he'd be gone for 20 games. Stupid double standard. The longer this drags, the more it cements into lore. 10 years from now, fans will still reference the trash white girl game. That's legacy damage. Ask Ron Artest how one meltdown can define a career. Griner had the perfect redemption arc. Wrongful detention, courageous return, new mom, new team. One hateful phrase toppled that narrative like a weak zone defense. Here's the bottom line. Basketball is entertainment, and entertainment lives or dies on audience trust. The hero, Caitlin Clark, earns eyes with jaw-dropping range and humble Midwestern charm. The villain, Brittany Griner, just supplied the drama by allegedly crossing the league's red line. Now the WNBA must choose, enforce the rulebook, or risk fans believing the league's integrity is just PR fluff. Because villains who think they can silence heroes always end up detonating their own legacy, and right now, this villain just set the shot clock on fire. Griner thought she'd shut down the rookie with a single racist jab, but instead she kicked open a scandal the WNBA can't box out. If the league keeps hiding behind closed doors, sponsors will dribble away, fans will take their attention elsewhere, and history will remember May 22nd not for a thrilling game, but for the night when superstars' words nearly burned the league's future to the hardwood